Speaking of Judgment Day, the new Judgment Day, rather, of course, I am talking about the Finn Balor-led Judgment Day with JD McDonough, his tag team championship partner, Carlito, who has seemingly picked a side, Dominik Mysterio, and the Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. Andy, as cool as this group is, and I don't really want to dive into, there's been online rumors about is there going to be a name change and, what have you. That is what it is. It's fine. Clearly, anything that has new in front of it is probably not going to work. So we may change something. I don't know. We may just drop new altogether. That's not my point. The point that I want to make is I feel like WWE dropped the ball in a major, major way. Last week and this week. And let me tell you why. If you agree with me, great. If you don't, that's why we have a podcast. Here's the point I want to bring up. On your screen on the YouTube channel, we see the SummerSlam betrayal. Dominik Mysterio officially turns on Rhea Ripley, betrays her, goes with the mistress that is Liv Morgan. As he said in the promo tonight, he went from somebody that he had to call mommy to now somebody calling him daddy. Okay, yada, 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 whatever. All right. But why I think WWE dropped the ball in a major way, Andy, we got no explanation last week as to what happened. We still didn't get one tonight. They had a 12-minute promo to kick off Monday Night Raw, and we still did not get an explanation of how all of this happened. Yes, Dominik said, oh, well, I left you because of this, and I left you. For as good as this storyline has been, Andy, there was no follow-up to why this happened. Do you what do you think?
No, I agree. I think waiting a week would have been fine. I don't think they needed to do anything drastic last week. I think the promo between Finn and Priest was good. I think that was done perfectly. I think just having Rhea show up post his match and everything else, which, by the way, this did a lot of stuff for Rhea, made Rhea even more popular. Mm-hmm. Damian Priest is over right now.
Yes, he is.
Damian Priest is crazy over right now, which kudos to him. I mean, they knew what they were doing when they were doing this, apparently, because it's building him to be a huge babyface. Yep. If things keep going the way they're going. But yeah, I thought tonight we'd have got more of a explanation. I mean, we got something, and something's better than nothing, I guess, but it wasn't a whole lot. And part of it is I don't think they can cut a promo with Dom in the ring because nobody lets him speak, which is a great heel work at times. But it's also bad when the babyface has to be like, guys, can you be quiet and let him speak so we can get the story keep going? That's basically what Rhea said tonight. Yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna have to be a backstage promo or a pre-recorded thing to get it out. But we need more of an explanation at some point as to why Dom did what he did in more detail.
See, here's what I would have done. This is the way I would have booked it, because I agree to an extent that last week, the Balor situation and revealing the new Judgment Day, okay, if you needed to do that, that's fine. Especially if Finn was behind the whole thing. Okay, cool. You needed to reveal that first. Here's what I would have done. I would have had Rhea Ripley instead of Damian Priest, or maybe have them together, come out last week and call everybody out. Finn, get out here. Dom, get out here. We got to get this settled. Then I would have done a pre-recorded package of little look-ins of Liv leaving the locker room and then Dom leaving behind her, or them getting out of the car or the hotel room, whatever. Just little things. And you have Liv and Dom voice the whole thing over, saying, okay, well, this is what happened. That's what happened, blah, blah. And then at the end, you reveal Finn as the mastermind of the whole thing. And then you get this shot revealing all of them at the end of that pre-recorded clip. And I think you get the same effect because you've told the Liv and Dom and Rhea story. You've wrapped Finn into it. and you've told the Finn and Damian Priest story, and it just serves everything together. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, and I think that would have worked. I think in this new era of booking that Triple H is doing, which is long-term storytelling, we're going to have to wait a little while to get the answers, which I think most of the time is fine. But sometimes, like, you need to keep a momentum, to keep the story going. I think you need to start explaining yourself a little bit more and more and more, which, you know, we might get in the next couple of weeks. Because, I mean, at this point, I'm not shocked if they don't stretch this all the way out to WrestleMania with Rhea and Liv. And so I think they're going to let this build as slow as they can and milk as much popularity out of Rhea and Damian as they can to get them as high up as they can. My hope for all of this is at the end of it, Finn Balor comes out looking like a star that he is.
Yep.
Like that's been my hope since Finn Balor's come to the main roster, and it worked until he blew out his shoulder, and then it seemed like it's never been the same again.
Right.
And so I hope we get back to that level at some point. And I feel like, especially with how they're shooting everything, because everything is done for a reason, everything has a purpose. He is right in the middle of every shot, which means to me right now, Finn Balor is the leader of the New Judgment Day.
Absolutely.
And so I'm hoping this builds him to that Damian Priest level that Damian's at now, where he feels like he could win the world title sometime soon.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think it's very smart to center this new group around Finn Balor, make him the mastermind of the whole thing. Like, I'm totally behind that. I get that. I think the execution of this is just, the story has been great. The execution afterwards, I'm just left scratching my head like, guys, like, you've built and built and built. You got to give us the payoff. And right now, like, I don't think we're getting a good payoff. Like tonight, you mentioned tonight's promo that Dom couldn't even speak. Like, aside from a one-liner or two, I got nothing out of the promo tonight other than the brawl at the end when Priest showed up and then Rhea chased Liv off or whatever. Now, I know that, you know, Dom came to the ring after the Carlito match and, you know, we had a little spat there, but the promo itself, I thought Rhea was bad. I thought Liv and Dom were okay for, like you said, for what we got out of them because everybody booed. I just didn't think it hit well.
No, it felt very awkward.
Yep.
And not in a good way. Like, everything else has felt awkward this entire time, but has been building to something. This felt a little flat, other than, you know, the first line that Rhea hit on Dom.
Yes.
And then a couple more in there. Other than that, it just was a weird, awkward segment to start the show off. And it didn't really do a whole lot for anybody, I feel like. Now, I will say this. The brawl after the match, the brawl after the promo and the brawl after the match did way more than the promo did.
Agreed.
And so I think we need to kind of build off that. But, you know, next week we got to do something a little different, I feel like.
Yeah, we do. I agree. And next week, we'll be right here with you on our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed already, please make sure that you do so. We appreciate all of your support. New viewers, new subscribers. Listen, viewership on a lot of our videos is going way up. We appreciate it. But there are more viewers than we have subscribers, so it doesn't take long. Just click the little button, hit the notifications bell. That way that you know each and every time we upload a new video. Like the video, it helps the algorithm. Leave us a comment, that helps the algorithm as well. Again, we appreciate your support so much. We're trying to build our YouTube channel as best we can, but we can't do it without your support. So thank you very much for doing that. Again, it just takes a quick second. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We would appreciate that.